In this video, I wanted to talk about the Barbarian's armor. So the Barbarian's armor is part of the Barbarian set, which I do have a separate video on if you want to go check that out, just explaining kind of the set bonuses and how that works. But the Barbarian's armor, it's green and purple skills, good and epic quality skills are both HP boosts, so a 10 and a 20% HP boost, which of course are always helpful because the more HP you have, the more hits you can sustain from the enemies, and especially in that mid to late game, you're going to sustain hits that between ranged enemies coming at you, ones that can dive quickly at you. You're going to need to be able to tank a bunch of damage. And then onto the blue skill, that rare skill, plus 10% damage resistance. Damage resistance is a really important skill and talent to just make sure you focus on. Now this 10% is on top of, in excess of the maximum you can get. So right now I have a 60% damage resistance. If I go and unequip that, that goes down to 50%. So this is very helpful just because the more damage resistance you have, that's just works in tandem with your HP. If you can just mitigate the damage up front, it really helps your HP last a lot further. And then our gold skill is that damage return. So damage return isn't really that good of a talent, just because you're going to be dealing a lot more damage than you typically receive. So even if you can reflect some of that damage, realistically, if you're getting hit that much, you're going to die. To actually have to do anything serious as far as returning damage to the opponent. So I don't really love that legendary quality skill, but it is kind of crucial because in order to get the mythic, you have already had to have upgraded it to legendary, which if we go to that mythic skill, it's plus 20% damage resistance. So that's on top of the 10%. So right now I have 60% damage resistance. If I can upgrade this piece to the mythic quality, I can get an extra 20% damage resistance, pushing my damage resistance to 80%, which will really just help me be a lot tankier. So this is actually one of the things I'm really focusing on right now, is trying to grind and get this Barbarian's armor to mythic quality, because that just really helps improve it, helps keep you alive. On top of the Barbarian's armor just being a good piece of armor on its own, it also, early in mid game, you're going to be using that Barbarian's horned helmet just for those big attack speed boosts. And having a second piece of equipment within the Barbarian set will be able to let you get that 2-piece set bonus, which is obviously pretty helpful as well. But thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.